G'day guys, Josh from SLAT-CO. Today we're going to be doing another video putting together what we call a simple slat gate. Now, as the name implies, it's very easy to put together. The gate only consists of an upright either sides with slats across the middle supporting the load. So first things first, I'm going to run through the tools you're going to require to assemble one of these simple slat gates. Now, a miter saw, because we're going to be cutting the material. So this is a very entry-level miter saw. It cost me a couple $100, not very much at all. I've gone ahead and swapped the blade out from the original timber blade to an aluminium specific tungsten carbide tooth blade. Now you can get these at pretty much any hardware store and make sure it suits the saw that you've got, swap it over, and it will make the process of cutting the aluminium a hell of a lot easier. You'll get a lot nicer cuts out of it. The other tools, an impact driver for running in the 10x16 tech screws, a tape measure, a scribe for marking the material, and then lastly just a rubber mallet for of some description to get that gate square once you've got it together. Alright, so we're going to go ahead. Oh, and I should mention, safety first always, protective hearing and eye protection. I already know the dimensions this gate's going to be, but pretty much you would just scale it to whatever suits you at home. I'm just marking with a pencil on the frame where I want to cut. One piece there. Okay, now that I've cut my gate frame, I'm going to go ahead and do the exact same with the channel cover. All right, now we have the frame of our gate ready to go. The channel cover's there. The next thing we're going to need is the slats in between. Now, you should know that the gate frame is made of a 50x50 section either side. So to work out the width your slats need to be, you need to account for 100mm total of frame. So for example, if your gate is to be 1000mm wide overall to the edge of the frame, then you need to cut your slats to 900mm wide because the frame takes up 100mm. Now with a simple slat gate, we do recommend picking a larger size slat, so either the 65 or the 100mm. That is because there's no top and bottom frame, so the slats actually take the load of the gate. So the larger slat you can pick, the better. So 100mm being optimal, and then 65, 38mm probably being too small for a simple slat gate. So if you were interested, this whole gate is being done out of our Surf Mist matte color. Right, so now that we've cut all our frame and slats, we're ready to start assembling the gate. So very simply, get the slat and slide it into the channel of your frame. And just continue doing that all the way along until you've installed all your slats. And what we're also going to do is get the packers. I'm using 10mm packers for this gate and just simply wedge them between each slat. Once you've got your gate together and you're happy with it and it's all spaced out nicely, go and get yourself a tech screw and just put one in each corner, just to hold the frame together. So now once you've got your frame together, go around and just put one Tek screw in each. Go ahead and pull your packers out. Now these will just slide out between the slats. It's a good opportunity to ensure the gate is square before you go and put another run of Tek screws in. Because while we've only got one Tek screw in each slat, it still has some ability to flex if we need to put it back into square. So the best way to check if the gate is square is run a tape measure from one corner to another and note the distance. So there I've got 1635 from corner to corner. And here I've got, it's pretty good, 1636. So slightly longer on this diagonal. So to fix that, I'm just gonna tap, give that corner a slight tap, and that should, it's pretty good now. Now the gate's pretty good, what we're gonna do is we're gonna get first of all, we're gonna go ahead and make sure we put a second Tek screw in each slat so it can't move anywhere. Because in simple slat gates, the slats are actually structural and hold the gate together. So it's important you put 2 Tek screws in each slat when you do one of these gates. All right, now that we've got all the screws on, it's time to put the channel covers on. Now, it's important to note that the channel covers only go on in one direction. So hope you can see there, but you can see the profile of that channel cover. And on this side here where my finger is, the leg of the profile is slightly longer than this side here. Now, what you want to do is take the longer side profile and put that towards the slats and put the shorter side profile towards the frame. So shorter side, back towards the frame, longer side towards the slats. And it'll be pretty evident if you've got it the wrong way because it won't clip on. So if you're having trouble getting it on, just simply flip it around the other way and it should go on, no troubles at all. So get the cover on and just go along with a block of wood and clip the cover on the whole way down. Do the same for the other side. All right. So there we go. That's your gate. It's nearly done. Now the last thing we're gonna do is put some plastic caps on the top of the gate frame there. Now you can do all 4. I'm not gonna bother with this gate. So I'm just gonna put the caps simply on the top too and just tap them in. And they're just a friction fit. So once they go on like that, they're good. Now the other thing I'm gonna do is put some U-channel caps in the end. So just here you can see there's a bit of a gap there between the channel cover and the U-channel. So this little cap here, it's got a prong. Prong just slots into there and it just presses on over the top of the mill end there of the channel. Just like that. So there you go. You have the fully made gate now. And so now that's how you'd make your simple slat gate. It didn't take very long. It was pretty simple to do. From here, you'd cut your posts which we'd cut 50 millimeters longer than the gate itself to give us 50 millimeters ground clearance to allow it to swing. All right, thanks for watching the video on the assembly of the Simple-Slat gate. I hope you learned something and took something out of the video. And as always, if you did have any queries, feel free to get in contact with one of our team. If you were struggling to work out the material you need, we also offer free quotes. We can work out the material you'd require and assist you in that way.